Milwaukee for Game 3 tonight. Suns up 2-0. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, big reasons why. Combining for 113 points. That's the most by a starting backcourt the first 2 games of a final series since starters were first tracked in 1971. But Booker, this is a continuation of a hot postseason for him. 490 points in these playoffs, the third most in a player's first postseason, trailing only Rick Barry and Dr. J, Julius Erving. Now, remember, the Bucks also trailed the Nets 2-0. They're hoping to join this season's Clippers as the only teams in NBA history to overcome multiple 2-0.
Randy, coming back to Milwaukee in a 2-0 hole, that can come with some intense pressure. But Giannis Antetokounmpo said at the end of the day, it is just basketball, and he's trying to keep it light. And that's a shift for Giannis. As he told me on Saturday, he has an intense drive, but he's had to learn to manage it because he said if he's not careful, it can throw him off of a cliff. But he also told me that is who I am. That drive is who I am. And the Bucks are going to need that drive if they want to get back in this series. And for more on their opponents, the Phoenix Suns, here's Dave McMenamin.
Thanks, Malika. The Phoenix Suns know they can all but secure the first championship in franchise history with a win in Sunday's Game 3. No team in the history of the NBA Finals has come back from a 3-0 deficit. Suns coach Monty Williams is trying to play mind games with his group to trick themselves into forgetting about their 2-0 lead, though. Our mentality is to play every game as if we're coming off a loss, Williams said, and it's not just lip service. Devin Booker told me the team learned in the Western Conference Finals when they were up 3-1 on the LA Clippers with a chance to close out and they lost Game 5 that they, quote, didn't bring it. He said they now know their energy and effort has to be better. The intensity throughout the team can always...
Mac 10, thank you much more on Game 3 still ahead. Why the Bucks need to make things a little more difficult for Chris Paul, or a lot more difficult tonight. How they game plan to do it, though, and shut down the Suns. 1 round fight now to the 3rd round between these two teams, the Suns and the Bucks. Chris Paul has been magnificent for Phoenix in Game 2, passing Kobe Bryant for 10th on the NBA's all-time postseason assists list. So Mike Budenholzer, head coach for Milwaukee, knows what his focus is. It's on making CP3 uncomfortable tonight.
I think if he's having to take tough shots, if we're making the shots that he's creating for his teammates difficult, you know, that's kind of the mindset. Is just, can we make everything hard on Chris Paul? Can we make everything hard on them? And there's been stretches when we've done that well, and there's been stretches where we need to be a lot better. But, you know, I think just hopefully trying to make it hard on him, make him uncomfortable, which is, you know, easier said than done.
All right, fresh from the ESPYs, Monica McNutt is with us on SportsCenter AM. You come in formal wear, we're going to go ahead and say.
Is this formal? Let's go. Come on.
To be so thoroughly outclassed in the wardrobe department is certainly humbling. Speaking of humbling, transition much?
Here we go.
This series is lopsided. You can see the game plan from Coach Bud. Hey, we want to make CP3 uncomfortable. In addition to that, what other adjustments would you recommend that Milwaukee makes?
Okay, so they've got to complete the play when I look at what they did in Game 2, Scott. They did a good job of pushing up on CP3, particularly in the backcourt. They forced the ball out of his hands before those screens could come. And you go from a 1-point ball game in which you were leading to down 2. That is completing the play. We saw it in spots. Yeah. They do defend CP3 and make it difficult on him, but you got to finish the play.
And you got to think that perhaps Phoenix won't continue to shoot 50% from the three-point line. Who wins tonight?
I got the Bucks getting it done at home.
Okay. All right. Now they are favored. And over the last 30 postseasons, there have been 7 instances of a team down 2-0 NBA Finals to be favored in Game 3. All 7 of those teams went on to win that Game 3. We'll see if McNutt is right on SportsCenter AM.
I mean, he's basically living the dream. He's so close, and he should be having fun because right now the dream is there. Giannis is the two-time MVP in the championship. It is within reach. In fact, the last player to put up numbers like Giannis has through the first 2 games of the finals, that player went on to win finals MVP. That player was named Shaq. The problem is the dream and the concept here is a little hard because it's team sports and you got to have friends. And well, Bucks not named Giannis have been a little MIA of late. So the pressure is most definitely on. Here's Malika.
You guys come out. You guys show your support, and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna win the championship.
Giannis, when you signed the Supermax to stay in Milwaukee, you said that one of your intentions was to bring a championship culture here. And here you are, about to play in the first finals game in Milwaukee in nearly 50 years. What does that feel like?
It's a great feeling. Obviously excited to, play play a game like that in Milwaukee. You know, the fans, the city, everybody's gonna be a part of it. You know, I've been here 8 years now. This opportunity, you know, that we have to, you know, get it done.
And someone's down, and it looks like it's Giannis. This is something you absolutely don't want to see.
I know that you don't want to talk about your knee. Your knee's in the past, but you said that you didn't go back and watch that clip. Why did you make that decision?
Because when I watch the clip, I might be like, oh, it's way worse than I you know, what I felt. I'm always, you know, telling myself, like, you know, I don't feel pain. You know, like if you keep telling yourself you're healthy and strong, you're going to be healthy and strong. If you keep telling yourself you don't feel pain, you're not going to feel pain. Like that's, you know, the mindset I have, and that's all I can, you know, keep worrying about.
Plus, you look pretty healthy on that chase down block of Jay Crowder that you had the other day, so.
Yeah, I was okay.
Your free throws. You said that, of course, you hear the 1, 2, 3 from the entire arena. You can't not hear that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to hear 20,000 people screaming out of the lungs, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever the case might be. But it kind of feels good though when you make it. You know, like if it's quiet and you make it, it's a normal feeling. But when everybody's yelling and you make it, it kind of feels good. So I kind of like make it fun. They're just doing their job. They're just enjoying the game.
You said that you feel like you've matured over your time in the league. How has that served you?
I'm still going hard, as I said. Like that's who I am. I should not be playing the game 6-7 days after I almost was out for the year. But that's who I am. I'm like, well, I don't care, you know. And there's people that help me manage that drive, because sometimes that drive can throw you off the cliff. That's who I am, you know, and that's who I'm gonna always be. Not just in basketball. That's how I am in life.